Next question is from Chelsea, and I love this question. So she asks, how do you remain authentic in selling? This is something that I think as an entrepreneur, as a coach, we all need to learn. How can we feel authentic in sharing our gifts? So I'm just going to go on to read her rest of her question. When I was working on my business, this was the hardest thing for me. I always felt like I was inauthentic and not genuine. I was working as part of an MLM and didn't really feel good about the approach I was learning. I also joined a group about selling for any business, and I just have felt like I was learning how to manipulate people. Ugh, gross, right? Is it just my limiting beliefs around selling and making money? Question mark. You do a great job promoting your business, and I've never felt any of those things coming from you, but I have felt those things from people who are trying to sell MLM products and also attracting the right people too. I struggled with attracting the wrong people and it completely drained me. Do you have any recommendations? Yes, I do. Okay. So authentic selling comes from, one of the things it comes from is confidence in what you are delivering or what you are selling, whether that's a service or an essential oil. You know, I have an MLM business that I run as part of my Autoimmune Tribe service-based business. And the authenticity that I put into my selling is really this energy of sharing more than like sell, but it comes from confidence in what I have to offer. For example, I use essential oils every single day of my life. They are a part of my routine. I use them on my face. I use them, you guys, last night, I love my fiance so much. I'm so excited to marry him. He completely shattered a whole jar of red marinara sauce on my white carpet in my office. And it is so stained. But I went and grabbed my On Guard cleaner and I wiped up it's so faint, such a faint stain compared to like blood red, that is a way for me to authentically share about how powerful this On Guard cleaner concentrate is in getting out stains and cleaning my surfaces. And I'm super confident in its ability to, for example, remove stains from my carpet, or the oil and how it has made my skin improve, my skin feel, the texture, the overall pigment of my skin. So I believe in them, right? You probably can tell that I get excited about them. I love these oils. And that's not because I want to sell them to you. It's because I use them every single day and I'm just excited about that. They completely changed my life. Same thing goes with services that I offer all of you in this community. I create the programs, the offers, the services that I do because I believe in my own value and that I know I have something to teach you. I know I can help you in some way if you're open to it. And so I have this confidence in myself and what I have to offer as a coach, and I have confidence in the healing power of the essential oils in my business, just using my business as an example. So instead of feeling like, how is everyone else doing this? Or however so-and-so told you to do it or told you to sell, I would just challenge you, Chelsea, to ask yourself, what would you do? How would it feel most organic for you to share whatever it is that you might be sharing or selling? How can that feel organic for you? Is it through storytelling? Is it through talking about your own experience with the product? Is it talking about the transformation that you're going to create for people, the end results? And I want you to just really think about authentic selling as deeply connected to the confidence you have in what it is you are sharing. So is it your limiting beliefs? Maybe there might be several beliefs underneath that. As a beginning or new business owner, all of that stuff comes to the surface. Like there's just not much way around it because now you're in charge of selling your own stuff and you're not just doing it, behind the filter of a name of a company or something. It's you. You're selling it, right? And so a lot of this stuff does rustle up to the surface. So yeah, there could be limiting beliefs like, I'm not worthy of compensation for this. I think a lot of people think that when they sell oils at first. It's like, well, I'm not worthy of getting paid for this. I'm just sharing with them, these oils from another company. Why should I get paid for this? Well, like, the company you don't see TV commercials for doTERRA. You don't see even internet ads for doTERRA because it is a direct sales company. Therefore, they want to pay you using their marketing money to pay for ads or pay for commercials. So they want to pay you. So you do deserve the compensation. So that could be a limiting belief of I'm not worthy of compensation for sharing this product. But think of yourself as like an affiliate for this company where you are their marketing. Like, you are the word of mouth marketer for them. They want to pay you for this. So other beliefs that might come up during this process are like, what will people think about me? Or maybe you feel like I don't deserve more than, whatever amount of money, and this would actually help you up level. And you're like, I want to up level, but I have this limiting belief that I'm not worthy of that much money. I can't imagine that as my reality. Or you just might have this limiting belief that selling is yucky. Like, just this underlying, like, rooted belief of that sales is bad, sales is evil, sales is yucky. People who sell things are bad or evil, or they're manipulative, or they're trying to scam you. And I want you to think about if there's any stories that you've created from your past or experienced in your past that have reinforced that. Are there things your parents told you or that you've seen in society or TV or wherever in the media that have told you that sales is bad and that it's not okay for you to sell something and to feel abundant, right? So ask yourself if there's any stories around that. And then I want you to think about something that you have purchased for yourself that you really wanted, okay? That might be a program or like a shirt. It could be anything. And you felt so good about purchasing this thing. How did that, in that situation, how did that person or company make you feel when you were buying it? How did they make you feel? Probably not yucky, right? Because if they had made you feel yucky around buying it, you wouldn't have bought it. So they probably instead just made it seem like, I have a solution to offer you. I have a solution to your problem. I have a feeling that you want, and through this service or shirt, you're going to get that feeling that you desire. This happens in clothing all the time. I'm going to buy that sexy dress because I want to feel sexy. It portrays sexiness. I want to feel sexiness, so I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to feel yucky about it because I want the emotion that it's going to give me. In the case of like my programs, okay? So Intuitive Soul School, let's use that as an example. This is a program that takes you through a 5-week process to awaken your intuition and practice it so that you feel more confident utilizing and tapping into your intuition through practical steps. And that is a solution to many people's problems in this community, or maybe you've been through the course, so it's not a problem anymore. But I heard so many people saying, hey, I don't know even like, is this real? Is this my fear? Is this my intuition? What does it feel like? What are the clear senses? I need to know and understand this deeper on a more intimate level. What is intuition? And I want to experience it in my body. And then I go, hey, I have a solution to that. I'm going to teach it to you. I'm going to make it super easy, simple steps, super practical. And I'm going to do it in a way that's also interactive so that you can practice learning this and get feedback from me along the way. So that is not yucky, right? Because it is just something that you are offering a solution to the problem. I think about this in healthcare a lot. So I struggled with cystic acne, vitiligo, hyperpigmentation, melasma, eczema, keratosis for years, like major skin issues, right? And I was willing to pay anything for a solution to my problem because it was such an intense problem. So all the skincare companies out there and everything, they never felt yucky to me because it was like, oh, they're just trying to find a solution for me and other people in the world too, right? But it was like when I found a product that I loved and that had a solution for pigmentation or had a solution for, like antibacterial purposes on the face, I'm like, thank you. I want to buy this because I have this problem. You have the solution. Now give it to me, right? Here's my money. I want it. And you're willing to pay, and people are willing to pay for the solution to their pain point. And they're willing to pay a lot if that pain point is very intense and it's really something they struggle with in their life. So sales is simply an exchange of energy. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You can think of it as the economy of you. within you, there is constantly an exchange of energy. That is also, as you know, from Intuitive Soul School, this is inherent in just our communication and interaction with the world. So, when I hold my podcast mic, there's an exchange of energy between me and it. When I kiss my fiance, when I kiss my fiance, there's an exchange of energy between us. When I pay you for that essential oil, there's an exchange of energy between us. So money, sales is simply an exchange of energy. Oftentimes people think that they need to give away everything for free, but reality check to everyone who's listening and might be struggling with this problem, free stuff doesn't solve major problems most of the time. Free stuff does not create massive transformations. It just doesn't. And one of the biggest reasons free stuff doesn't solve major life problems is because people don't value free stuff. So that's not to say I might have created Intuitive Soul School, for example, and it's like amazing content. I feel so good about it. This can totally change people's lives. But if I had given that away for free for everybody, there wouldn't have been nearly as many transformations and breakthroughs within people's own awakening that there was because I charged, I can't remember what I charged for it. I think it started at $111. So that provided investment from the person, an exchange of energy. Whereas if it's free, there's not as much of an exchange of energy, right? So you would just be giving it away. You don't get anything in return. And then therefore it does not ask that person to invest anything into it. And so they need to be able to feel a little accountable, like they need to invest something into it in order to get the biggest transformation out of it. So transformations, solutions to problems, those come from things we have to push ourselves to invest in. If you pay for $10 transformation, you're going to get a $10 transformation because that's the energy you exchange. If you pay $1,000, you're going to get a $1,000 transformation. I just paid my most recent coach $4,000. I got a $4,000 transformation from working with him. So the takeaway is that there are not good or bad energies around money. Instead, we just need to let it be neutral. Think about it. Like here, I have $100 sitting in my desk to remind me that I'm abundant. This $100 it's just paper, you guys. It is the meaning, it has the energy that we give it. This little piece of paper is not evil. Like, in what world would this piece of paper be evil? It's just a piece of paper. It has, sorry, my dog's barking. It has energy, yes, but it's not evil. Just the post woman. So it's not evil. It's just a piece of paper. It is neutral energy. And so if you are attracting people that you said were the wrong people, right? The people who, maybe they tried to manipulate you or they weren't a good fit or you're just attracting this yucky energy in, that can totally happen when you feel yucky about sales. So this happened to me in the beginning as well, and I think this happens to a lot of us. So give yourself a break for having this happen, because I think it's also kind of normal. We have to go through this kind of like this evolution to find a place that feels authentic for us in the sales process. But the law of attraction states that you attract what you put off, right? So like attracts like, and so on and so forth. And if you were feeling yucky about it, maybe like you said in your description that you were feeling like you needed to manipulate people in order to get to sell, like you were being told, hey, just manipulate these people, then they'll say yes. So you have this yucky feeling, so you're probably putting that yucky feeling into what you're selling because you're like, this doesn't feel good. So potentially you attracted some people with yucky energy, or people might have wanted to manipulate you or like by getting a discount and trying to like scam you or skim you on what was the true value of what you had, because your energy might have had also this yucky feeling around it. So before I sell anything, I get really clear on a couple things. And this is what I want you to do as homework if you're still trying to sell whatever it is that you're trying to sell. First, so let's say with the Healing Activation Portal, the most recent program I just launched, it is a loud day over here. There's like a roof getting put on someone's door. one of my clients is texting me, and the postwoman is coming inside. So this is the first question. Who is this program for? So Healing Activation Portal, who is it for? Who is this for? And it helps to get very clear on who this is for before you just go out and say this is for everybody, because it's not going to resonate with everyone. So who is this thing, whether it's an essential oil or a program, and again, the case of what I sell, who is it for? And then who are you attracting or calling in for this program? So you want to ask yourself, like, who am I calling in? Who is it for? These are very similar questions. Who is it for, and who am I attracting in? You can even get more specific. How many people am I attracting in? And then ask yourself, what value do I have? And this is part of the confidence piece, right? So authentic selling comes through being confident around what it is that you are selling. And so what value do you bring to the table? If you're selling a service, you need to get confident around your service. Your value as the coach, the practitioner, whatever it is that you are delivering, build confidence around that so that you can then answer this question and say, well, what value do I bring? I have all this value of the certifications that I have, the trainings that I've had, the books that I've read, the life experience I've been through. I have this value, and I have a different perspective on this than Sally down the street. So I have value to add. When you think about a product or like an MLM company like doTERRA, direct sales, right? Well, what value do I bring? Yes, the oil has a ton of value on its own inherently, of like it's a high quality, pure, potent oil. But I also bring value to it as well, because when you purchase that oil, you also get me. And when you get me, that means that you get continuous education on how to use the oils, very specific to healing chronic illness. And for many people, they don't know how to use the oils in relation to autoimmune disease. I'm your expert on that. Come talk to me, right? I'm going to bring that value. Next question, why you? So this reinforces the value. Like you wrote down the things that make you valuable, that confidence that you're building, and then why should they buy from you? Part of what I think when I think of Intuitive Soul School, I think of the experience and all the discomfort that I experienced when I awakened my own intuition, and how I wish I had someone to help me through that. So why me? Because I've been in the dirt. And I've gotten through it, and now I am connected to my intuition. Why me for essential oils? Because probably you listening also struggle with chronic illness. Therefore, I'm the person that you should buy the oils from. Not Sally, who uses the oils to clean her house. Sarah, who's going to teach you how to use them to heal chronic illness, right? So that's just getting really real there. And that's how you got to get really real. What sets you apart? And when you're clear with that in your own mind, then it's going to come out in your marketing as well. Just a couple more things here. So whatever that is, again, that you're selling, ask yourself, what transformation is it going to create? What transformation is it going to create for that person? When I think about an essential oil, say I'm talking about Yarrow Palm. It's a blend, a mixture, nutritive duo of yarrow essential oil and pomegranate seed oil mixed into one 30 milliliter bottle, dropper. Okay, I could easily just promote that oil on its own, and I could talk about the transformation that it's going to create for people, such as balanced hormones, weight loss, diminishing fine lines, wrinkles on the face, overall better skin tone. And so there's so many benefits and transformation that this one oil is going to create. Or, for example, Healing Activation Portal. What is the transformation that it is going to create for my people that are inside? We're on day 5. It's fucking amazing. And so what's the transformation? Well, it's already happening, but I had to sell that to them before they got into the program. So I explained to them, this is not a regular meditation experience. This is something that is going to transform your mindset. It is going to reprogram your brain. And along with what transformation does it create? What is the solution that you have for them? So if their pain point is uneven skin tone, the solution you have is this oil that's going to even out their skin tone. If the pain point for them is that they are completely lost, stuck, have all these limiting beliefs, and they're stuck in old habits and patterns and behaviors, that the solution is, I have 30 days of meditation. This experience is going to completely transform all that shit you don't want to feel anymore, so that you can feel blissful as fuck as you go into the new year. So that is the solution that I'm creating for these people who are in the Healing Activation Portal. So speak their language, talk about their pain points, let them know that you feel them, you know where they are, and you also have a solution to take them to where they want to be. And then I suggest sharing your offer through storytelling, because we are, especially as women, are emotional purchasers and consumers. So the more that you can infuse your own story, or just story in general, it could be a testimonial story of someone else you know, or your story, infuse that into the sales process, because then it's just storytelling. You're sharing your story, and through your story, you inspire people to take action on that thing that is going to solve their problem or find and create the transformation that they want. So you're pushing people to think differently, but in a very authentic way, because you are so confident in what you have to offer and the results it's going to create for people. And in that energy of deep, grounded, aligned confidence, you totally got this, Chelsea. You totally got this. So I want you to just go back, answer some of those questions, reflect on them, and consider if there's some of the limiting beliefs that you might need to shed, and then go forth. Sell authentically, because when you're in that zone of genius and when you're in that flow state, it's all going to just happen easily. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Hope this has been helpful. Love you.